Ah, you're just as Raz described you. I need your help. Back up. Pa'alat is home to gamblers, vagabonds, and the retirement villa of a former Eye of the Queen. A legend, actually. A Khajiit named Kryn Rendro. Unfortunately, we're pretty sure he's gone rogue. He's selling secrets. Dominion secrets. His lovely little resort town is lousy with agents of the Ebonheart Pact and Daggerfall Covenant. I need to find proof, steal back what he's stolen, and take him out. Will you help me? I'll lead you in. Just need a second to change. A little less noticeable now. Follow me. Behind you are the luxury guests' lodgings. Covenant and Pact agents. Thick as thieves. The troops here aren't even bothering to hide their colors. They're sloppy. We need concrete evidence that Rendro is in bed with these bastards. Get inside their quarters and search everywhere. Correspondence, letters, something. Anything I can show to the Queen. Of course there are. I trust you to get past them. Persuasion, bribery, intimidation, whatever it takes. I have some ideas on how you can approach them. I'd start with the dragons. The Pact only ships their dullest, weakest soldiers off for diplomatic guard duty. I've been here for a few days already, so I know the guards' rotations. You would not believe what the Covenant's captain here is into. I've never... Let's see. This time of day, Andwulf and Ivania are on duty. Andwulf looks like a warrior, but raise your voice and he'll run for cover. Ivania, well... let's just say she enjoys the services of the men of leisure working the camp. Can't promise I won't lie, but I'll tell you what I can. Ask. I know you, but you don't know me. We have a mutual friend. Scrawny cat named Razumdar. He's well. I think he's working some kind of military deployment up in the north. A ruin. Senelana? I think that's it. Anyway, he has nothing but good things to say about you. I'm glad I'll have you with me on this.
Sorry, the lodge is off limits to anyone not part of the Pact delegation. Don't give me any trouble. I'm not in the mood. I'm fine. Look, I'm just tired of getting shuttled around on pointless diplomatic assignments like this. I always get stuck guarding these opulent lodgings, never get to relax, never get to unwind. No, I'll be fine. Now that lanky high elven sweetbread in the leisure tent, Milor, might be able to... never mind. Look, get going before anyone sees us talking.
Is there anything I can get you? A drink? A little bit of my time? Well, aren't you a sweetheart? Buying some time for your friends. I'd be happy to spend some time with him. Or her. For a small fee. Oh, I know her. Vina, right?
Sorry, the lodge is off limits to anyone not... Wow, you're really tall.
A lovely compliment from a lovely woman. I heard you might like some company. Spend some time with me.
I can't. I'm on duty.
But you have come to Pa'alat, lovely woman. You deserve a chance to relax.
Oh, I am at Pa'alat, after all.
Just follow me, my dear.
After you.
You do fast work. Ready to take on the lions? Let's see, who's on duty now? Ah, Quentin. He's a dullard. He just opens the door for the parade of pretty faces. Tell him you're there to meet Captain Balrog's disgusting needs. Just know you'll probably have to deal with the captain personally. Seiran, that bitch. A drunkard. Wanted to step aside? Just buy her some ale. But, you know what? I owe her. Why don't you convince her to step away? Suggest you've got a keg waiting for her under the bridge behind the lodge. Once you have what we're looking for, head towards Kryn's compound. We'll need to get inside if we want to grab back our intel.
Oblivion's sake, another clueless jackass. I'm hungover and bored. No, you're not. You're lying. Look, get out of here before I call down the lion's fury on your head. Unless you're hiding a keg of ale somewhere in that fancy garb. Forget this standing around. Shouldn't have told Speedy Seiran.
Well, what did you find? Very nicely done. Clear links, yes. Links between Rendro and agents in Riften, deep in the heart of the Pact. And correspondence with an operator in Sentinel. The Covenant's fingers are all over this place. Our primary goal now should be to reclaim any documents Rendro has stolen from the Eyes. There's only one place they'd be, inside his manse. Only problem is, the place is crawling with guards. By the green, I'm done with that. These bastards have relaxed enough. Get into the drinking tents and set some fires. Kill anyone that tries to stop you. Cause enough commotion and Rendro's men will come running. Then, make for the compound.
The worst.
Fire! Get water!
Fear grips this one's heart.
I found something behind the house. Meet me back there. I found a note in one of the desks talking about this hatch back here. Guess what's down there? It's a secret lair. Rendro has a secret lair. He probably keeps his more important business down there. When I retire, I'm going to get my own lair. Oh, yes. Yes, that's almost certainly where he is. What do you say, my friend? Ready to deal out the Queen's justice to a traitor?
Drown in the river, Breton. I never agreed to this.
Back up, lizard. Your breath offends me, and you most certainly did agree to this.
No. I've been in close contact with the hidden armigers. They were angling for a kill on that carryall wench.
This is what I'm saying. You agreed to the documents in exchange for her location. The Ring of Daggers had what you wanted.
Enough talk of spy networks. We'll talk about this again tonight.
How do you explain this, lizard? We had a deal!
Yes, Argonian. I recall the details of the deal quite clearly.
And the loss of 100 troops was not in the deal!
You're both overreacting. What do you care for frontline soldiers? You both received your shipments.
This kind of attack draws attention, Peter. Play us like this again, and you'll learn that cats have sharper claws by far. We have an opportunity to replace the Battle Reef. Irene's head of military matters could be taken out easily, and perhaps replaced with one of our own.
Tantalizing, Rendro. I'll have to talk with the armigers to see what kind of payment we could offer.
Don't wait for their pitiful offer, Rendro. The Ring of Daggers knew this was coming. We have a tentative offer. Here.
3 estates in Cyrodiil? A tract of land in Stonefalls. Isn't this offer a bit presumptive, Rendro?
The lizard is right, Cassel. Your next offer had best not be built on promises and lies.
It's done. The bastard's dead. Thank you. Your help was invaluable. Every member of the Dominion is a little safer because of what we've done here today. It's done. The bastard's dead. Thank you. Your help was invaluable. Every member of the Dominion is a little safer because of what we've done here today. Queen Irene... Every member of the Dominion is a little safer because of what we've done here today. Queen Irene's not here to give you a fancy scepter or a royal title. Just me. But, from me, thanks.
Hey!
I import the finest...
You've got a little blood. Right about there. I trust it's not yours. On the subject of murder, what would you say is the most perfect weapon for the job? Wrong. As long as the target winds up dead, there's no such thing as an imperfect weapon. Style, on the other hand, counts for everything. Here's your gold.
Enough, criminal! The more I'm paid, the less I... we could have made a deal! Oh, too bad.
of here!
Weight on your head. It's a bounty.
Oh, a criminal! Somebody call the guard so I can see what happens. Not till you've paid your bounty.
You want to talk? Pay off your bounty.
What can I do for you, assassin? Wood elves. They're so small. You have to kill at least 3 of them to get any blood on your blade. From what I can tell, you must have slaughtered an entire village. Keep up the good work.
Hey Mooney, I hope you can hear this. I was just playing with fire. The reason why I didn't have my mic on before is because I wanted you to experience that part of the story and see some quest lines. Basically, right now I'm essentially an assassin. For hire, I'm in this Dark Brotherhood thing, and the way my character, I don't want to go too far in my character's backstory because it's pretty long. But essentially, he's a necromancer werewolf, and he kind of was sacrificed to Molag Bal, and throughout that he kind of went kind of insane because of it. So one of the things he wanted to do is he wanted to become both a necromancer and a werewolf or a vampire because he thought that was a good idea, but he didn't like Molag Bal, so in order to kind of stick a middle finger to him, he became a werewolf instead. So, and he's just kind of on the insane side. He's not a bad guy, but he is an anti-hero. Like, there are certain lines he won't cross, but he is kind of messed up in the head because he was essentially tormented by a demon for a pretty long time. So that's essentially what my character is, and yeah, and also I'll look up when I start talking and I'll text that to you, and I'll even put that in the description, hopefully, like I start talking here. And also I'm going to be eating some food and stuff, yeah. So I don't know how much longer I'm going to be playing, but yee. I'll do this contract later. Why not? Okay, so with this organization that I'm part of, it's another oh, hold on. Okay, now that guy is taken care of. Basically in this next mission I'm about to do, it was basically like a series of missions, and I'm basically part of this thing called the Fighters Guild. And essentially so far, we've just been kind of staving off different attacks from this cult, because we were kind of going back and forth, trading blows. Like there was this one cult that was very, very bad, and we were just trading blows with them and trying to put a stop to them, and they were hitting us, we were hitting back, yada yada yada. They essentially want to, I think, resurrect a demon, and we want them to not do that. But one weird thing that has been happening lately is we've been seeing the ghost of the previous leader of this organization, and he's been telling us, you know, that he's been murdered, like he was murdered, and like he's very indirect with how with what he's telling us, and we don't fully know what's going on, but right now that's kind of what we're going to discuss, because we don't really trust the current leader of the organization, because, you know, like as soon as we brought up, you know, the fact that this leader, the previous leader, was, you know, murdered because he came to us as a ghost, she essentially didn't want to have anything to do with figuring out what's wrong with that. So I'm personally am very suspicious. A lot of the other people are very suspicious. One guy that's essentially the runner-up is not suspicious, but I don't know what's gonna happen. I hope the current leader's name is Sees All Colors. So I somewhat like her, so I hope she isn't a bad guy. But if she is, then you gotta do what's necessary. Like, if she murdered the previous leader to get power, and that's a bad thing, you know? Like, maybe she's even working with the cultists. We don't know, like, so, right now, I kind of, like, I probably know, I have a feeling that she's a bad guy, and to be honest, I have worked with her in the past, and she seemed pretty cool, but at the same time, she also hasn't seemed pretty cool, so, if that makes sense, like, she's kind of iffy, so, yeah, that's pretty much it. Right now, I'm going to the Outlaws Refugee to see if I can pay off my bounty, because, you know, gotta do what you gotta do. Gotta pay off them bounties so that way I don't, you know, die to the guards. Let's see, where is it? Nope. Alright.
Anything I can do.
Let me go to her first. I'll keep the poisons. I do not need this. Don't need that. Right now I'm just selling things that I don't need. Okay. Let's go to the fence.
Nerita.
Alright. Fence.
I refused.
Sell. Alright, let me go back to this person. Store. Oh, I repair all damaged weapons and shit. Good. Alright. I don't know why I just summoned the... Get up there. Alrighty, let's go hopefully do this mission and you get to see whether or not these guys are bad or good. Oh no! Also, for anybody who are just randomly watching, I have Tourette syndrome, so if you hear me popping, that's why.
I don't feel so.
But yeah, like, essentially my character legit just wanted to be a necromancer werewolf. Just to tick people off. Because he thought it would be funny. You know, that's legit his only reason. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna learn how to resurrect the dead and become a werewolf to, you know, and an assassin just to piss people off. Because normally how the combo goes is they go necromancer, vampire. So it not only pisses the people of this world off because necromancy is illegal and being a werewolf is illegal. but it also pisses off the player base because, you know, it's technically illegal in their minds to be a necromancer and a werewolf, because typically the combo is necromancer vampire, so it just cringes people out and makes them angry. So it breaks the fourth wall a bit too. So I think that's kind of funny. So best of both worlds there. Oh, I'm a butt. I'm a butt. I'm a butt. I'm a butt. Hey, get me. Go to the journal. Proving the dead. There we go. When your Tourette's won't let you click buttons, that's amazing. No, I don't want to go over there. Where the flipping is it? There it is. Travel. And if you're wondering, what I'm eating is a chocolate bar with nuts in it, and a, what do you call it? What's the word? Peanut butter crackers. Alright, so right now I'm supposed to... Basically, I was tasked with talking to some of the people in the organization of the Fighters Guild, and essentially, like, I don't know, like, ask them questions about the previous leader's death and see if they know anything or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, this is something I want to show you.
Only the brave travel these roads now.
This is a great little mini game that happens. Hopefully I can get there in time. Alright, it's just starting good. Okay. And werewolf time. I don't know why it's not letting me attack. Where is it? Alright.
When Nern and Cold Harbor are one.
That's Molag Bal, the guy who tortured my character in my own personal lore, so I hate this dude. My character does. And these are his minions. Bad guys. Come on, buttons, game. This is what internet does.
The plan is in place. You are but an inconvenience.
It wasn't as good as I'd hoped, but I mean, that's essentially what they look like. They're usually more action-packed, as in, like, if I had gotten there in time, I would have had more things to fight, but, I mean, I get a nice, good little chest to loot. So basically, the build that I have is essentially centered around getting my werewolf form up, because essentially what happens, the best way I can explain it, is when I go into, like, after I transform back into a human, my body gets damaged temporarily, like from being in a werewolf form. Like being in a werewolf form takes a toll on my body, and and in order to actually repair it, I have to let it heal, and I have to do specific actions in order to let it heal. And usually it takes a kind of a long time to heal. But for me, I have centered my character around being able to heal my body the best way it can, so that way I can gain access to my werewolf form as quickly as possible, all the while still being effective in my human form. And you can't just use normal healing spells to heal your body after being in a werewolf form. It's a different kind of injure or thing that goes through your body when you are in your werewolf form. It damages your body in a specific way, so you have to essentially use weird healing abilities or powers in order to heal your body in a different way. It's really weird to explain, but that's why I have to use necromancy. So I'm able to essentially use the power that I get from corpses, and I'm able to effectively heal my body from that. And that's how I am able to just basically transform into a werewolf whenever I want. And that's essentially what my build is. And a build meaning like what my character can do. So it's centered around the werewolf, but I can do other things too. Like, for example, one of the constructs that I can create, which also allows me, basically, I can create constructs, and then those constructs die, and I'm able to get essentially energy from them, which allows me to heal my body and makes it so that I can get my werewolf form faster. So I have a construct that can heal me, a construct that makes me more durable, a construct that can shoot things with a bow and arrow to damage things more, and a construct that essentially can suicide into a bunch of enemies. Like blow up, and I can essentially spawn that guy as many times as I want, and it always creates a corpse on death, and through desecrating corpses, I'm able to heal my body and get closer to, becoming a werewolf. So that's essentially what I can do. And yeah. And I have to be very, very careful with this build, because most of the things that I can do are considered illegal in this game. So if normal people see me use those abilities, I'll get a bounty, and the guards will essentially want to have my head. So that's the best way I can explain it.
Looking to crack some Daedric skulls? I've got what you need. Yes, he actually visited a few times in the months before he died. Always came into town dirty and smelling like boots after a hard march. Never asked why. Didn't seem like a thing he was likely to tell me. Go carefully, comrade. Uncertain times in Tamriel. Only thing you can be sure of is a good weapon.
By the way, I'm going to turn off my mic so that way you can hear the story and immerse yourself in it now.
Welcome to the hall, comrade. I bet you've got some good tales to tell of our war on the Anchors. Sure, of course. Had me set out some supplies for him a few times. He said he was going out to Ragnthar, that weird old Dwemer ruin. I kept telling him the mages had already emptied it out, but he kept telling me he needed to go.
So to kind of catch you up further, the reason why we're talking to these people is that me and another comrade found weird notes that suggested that the former guild master, the former leader of the organization, was traveling around in places that he normally wouldn't be. Like Like, he did stuff, like, with magic, and normally he, you know, didn't do things with magic. So right now we're trying to find out why, and the evidence points us towards these people. So that's why we're asking around and trying to get information as to why he was there, because hopefully this will help us maybe understand who murdered him. Yeah, and I will let you know when it's the Guildmaster. Basically, the name is Sees All Colors, and she looks like a lizard, so I hope that she's not evil. If she is, then we'll deal with it. But mic off now.
He said he was meeting someone, that he had to meet with them somewhere safe, that what they were talking about was very important. Guess that's why Yofnir went to the trouble of going to that weird old place. Oh, studying it and such. Ragnthar is weird. Unique, I guess you'd say. See, nobody really knows where it is. Physically, that is. It has an entrance near here, right? But the mages say stepping through the door is some kind of... Temporospatial claudication. I think that's what they call it. Anyway, it means the ruins inside are all scooped out of time and space. There are entrances to the place all over Tamriel, but nobody knows where it really is.
Welcome. This one is anxious to get moving. Aleph will lead the way to Ragnthar if you're ready.
Nice to see you, comrade. Our numbers aren't what they used to be. Live by the sword and all that. Sure, I remember him here, but not his business. I think he spoke with Akita a few times. I wish he was still around. Be interested to hear what he thinks of this contract, knowing the council's all torn up about it. Oh, you know. The Guild has always been about our short, simple contracts. One and done was the mantra a lot of the lads used. Now, this long-term thing with the anchors? The coin's good, but it's a big change. Not everyone likes it, that's all.
Alright, let's talk to this person. Where are they? Oh, there they are.
Welcome. This one is anxious to get moving. Aleph will lead the way to Ragnthar if you're ready.
Let's frickin' do it.
Here we go. Try to keep up, yes? Follow, comrade. This one cannot wait to taste the air in Ragnthar. Yofnir visits a remote Dwemer ruin just before his death. No coincidence. And now the Guild openly opposes a Daedric prince. Risky, risky. To throw the Guild against such power. Foolish. This one remembers when we fought goblins, bandits. Small contracts, one and done, yes? Almost there. Be on your guard. And here we are, Ragenthar.
By the way, Mooney, and for anybody else who doesn't know, a Daedric prince is basically like a demon. So Melag Bal was a Daedric prince. So yeah, there we go.
Welcome to Ragenthar. The barrier here is a relic of its builders. They did something very strange to this place. Ragenthar is twisted out of space. This entrance here will allow us in. But it is not really here, if that makes sense. Lucky for us, Aelif came prepared. She can bring the door into focus. Let us inside. In her travels, Aelif has learned little tricks and techniques. She has fought mages, Daedra, the undead, even werewolves. You don't hunt monsters as long as she has without learning a thing or two.
It was kind of awkward because I'm a werewolf, and I summon undead. So, don't hurt me.
This one will just be a moment. The sound of gears. Watch yourself. Impressive tactic. Are you well, comrade? Did it harm you? A protective barrier. With something inside, Aleph can sense a great power here. Formidable. But this one knows a spell to negate it. Not without your assistance. Aleph will subdue the crystals. You must destroy them. Your window will be short. The spell is taxing, and Aleph can only maintain it for so long. Be quick. Prepare yourself. Move your paws quickly. Now, destroy the crystals. Good. Now to examine the body.
A Nord is basically a human, by the way, so that's something to know. Well, like it's a version of a. Think of a Viking. That's basically a Nord.
That did not sound good. It is a trap. Aleph is pleased to have you at her side. They are called Aurorans, a strange type of Daedra, I think. Aleph has only faced them once before. If she recalls correctly, they choose their allegiances carefully. Very curious that we would face them here. Let Aleph see. This is Yafnir's. His body here, but why? He was to be interred near his home in Eastmarch. Keeping us out, yes. But perhaps also keeping him in. Aleph has tried to have Yafnir summoned from Aetherius, and it has never worked. Perhaps now, perhaps with the barrier down, we speak to him directly. This one knows how to reach out. Aleph can draw him to this place, so close to his body. What do you say? Are you ready to get some answers? You have seen the spirit of Yafnir, but always just for a moment. This one believes we can summon him, speak to him, learn who murdered him. Aleph told you she has power, magical gifts, connections to lands beyond. She will use them to draw the spirit to this place. Then we shall see, yes? We begin.
I mean, like, I am a necromancer. I could just, you know, bring him back to life if you want. But, I mean, we can always go with your idea because, you know, you're the expert here. I only have a, I mean, you know me.
Aleph will start the ritual.
Who summons me? Subordinate, sees all colors.
This one knew it would be so. Begone, spirit. Aleph is done with you.
I have done as you asked. Release me to walk in Sovngarde.
Go. Aleph will call for you again, soon. Sovngarde, indeed.
I frickin' knew it. Sovngarde is basically like one of the many different places you can go after you die, and it's supposedly a good place for warriors. But yeah, like, I frickin' knew it. I frickin' knew it.
You heard the guildmaster. Sees all colors. She murdered Yafnir. Perhaps for you, this one has suspected all along. The lizard was the one to become guildmaster. The lizard was the one who set us on this crusade. Aleph smelled something foul on the wind. Find Merrick and the council. They are probably still in their mood at Volkwassen. They need to know about this, and they will heed your word. Aleph shall remain and search for more clues.
But yeah, just to, like, you know, it's like, for me, I've worked with Sage All Colors for a while. Like, she's the one that I actually came to join the guild, I think. So it's been a while that I've worked with her, and it seems like she was a good leader, and it's like, you know, I guess all the leaders are the ones that are the betrayers, you know? Like, So, sheesh. It's a lot to take in. I know that you might not be as stunned as I am, but that's sheesh. Like, yeah, it's one to be betrayed, but another to be betrayed by somebody, you know, essentially worked alongside. So these guys do a good job at storytelling and stuff, but in a sense, I kind of knew it all along, so I was barely prepared. But I just went the wrong way. Hooray!
Over here, Initiate.
What news do you have? I didn't even want to let myself think it. When she disappeared after your visit to the Iliad ruin. What is your proof, my friend? The Council will need solid evidence. Aelif did what? Stendar's breath, that's disgusting. I'll have to talk to her when she returns. But I suppose it did answer our concerns. Oblivion take lizards and cats both. Sees all colors will be found and thrown in a cell. Stay in touch, comrade. We will need you when the time comes. Until then.
Well, that's all for right now. I honestly should probably go back to do some homework, but I hope that you liked this. And yeah, I'm going to do some homework and eat some food, and and I just got back from a music session yesterday, so my back hurts a little bit, so hopefully my back can heal up. But yeah, to Mooney and anybody who has been watching this, take care. You guys are awesome. And to you, Mooney, directly, thank you for being an awesome friend. And I hope you enjoy this. You take care.